Welcome back, children, to the second part of Chapter 9 Administration of the State in Civics SS. Let's see what we are going to study in this chapter ahead. Each ministry would have different office premises. Now, the Prime Minister, Chief Minister is there. Then in Chief Minister we have Council of Minister. Council of Minister would, who all would be a Council of Minister? So the Minister of Health, Minister of Education, Minister of Street Transport, and so these are the different ministries which are there, and these ministries work into different office premises. Premises means area. So each ministry has its own office, has its own area from where it works and it operates. In Legislative Assembly, again LA means Legislative Assembly. In Legislative Assembly, MLAs belonging to ruling party and opposition party assemble for discussion. So whenever there is any point to be discussed, ruling party and opposition party, that means the party that has formed the government and the party which has failed to form the government, they both come together. They're both elected MLAs come together and they discuss about the issues in the assembly. Many MLAs have dual responsibility. So the elected MLAs, they have a responsibility of the ministry also. They are a head of the particular ministry also, and they have to take care of their own constituency, of their own area from where they have elected. For example, if I am a member of Legislative Assembly, then I will also take care of the area from where I have been elected, and also I will take care of the ministry which has been given to me. Other organ of a state government is an executive. So we have learned about legislative or legislature, and now we are moving towards executive. Once the law has been formed by these MLAs in the discussion that takes place in the Legislative Assembly, these laws need to be executed also. So who executes this law? So the executive organ executes this law. So who are the part of this executive organ? So governor, chief minister and council of minister are the part of this executive organ. The administrative officials who work under the guidance and the control of a minister are a part of an executive body. So under the minister of education, those people who are working under him, they are known as the administrative executives. Okay, the administrative officials who work under the guidance and control of minister are also a part of executive body. The council of ministers are called the government executives, and the administrative officials are known as administrative executive. So the people who are working under the Minister of Education, they are known as administrative executive, and the Minister of Education of state is known as a government executive. Okay, so here we are completing with the legislative and we are moving towards governor. Now who is governor? Each state of India has a governor. They are appointed by the President of India with consultation with Prime Minister. Governor is appointed for how many years? For 5 years. All the administrative work of the state is carried out under his or her name. So anything that has been taken care or been done in the state, it has to be under the name of governor with his consultation, with under his guidance. Governor see to it that state functions in accordance with the constitution. So governor need to see that the state is working as per the laws that has been mentioned in the constitution. Governor of Gujarat, who is the governor of Gujarat? So Acharya Devvrat is, Mr. Acharya Devvrat ji is the governor of Gujarat. What are the functions of the governor? Governor invites the leader of a majority party to form the government. Once the elections are done and whichever party is showing the majority of MLAs, so the governor invites them to form the government. Now, second, the administration of oath of loyalty to the constitution and of secrecy. The governor also take care that once when the government is forming, the oath taking ceremony, shapat samharav of that government is taken place properly, and they maintain the secrecy and the loyalty to the state. Governor calls the administrative sessions in the legislative assembly and its adjournment. That means he calls the session, he invites the MLAs and he tells that this would be the session where we all need to come to the assembly and discuss the things, and he also states when it will be getting over. Bill passed by legislative assembly needs governor assent. Money bills required his prior approval. So whenever the bill is been passed, whenever the discussions by the MLAs is been done and a bill is given, that bill will first go to the governor. Governor would, once the governor approve to that bill, it becomes the law. If governor does not approve to that bill, it does not become the law, and the money bills required his prior approval. The bills which are been given to encash the money for the state work, needs a prior approval. A bill undergo 3 reading in legislative assembly. So a particular bill is been discussed by the MLAs in legislative assembly for 3 times and sent it to the governor before it becomes the law. If the bill is not signed by the government, then it goes back to Vidhan Sabha with his suggestions to be discussed again by MLA. So if the governor does not sign the bill, he gives his own suggestions, which are the points which need to be discussed and brainstorm again by the MLAs. So it goes to the MLAs in Vidhan Sabha again for the discussion, and revised bill is again sent to the governor for its signature. In emergency, governor can issue order which is called ordinance. That means if there is an emergency in the state, and so the governor has the authority that he can pass on the order and everyone need to follow those orders, and such orders is called the ordinance. Then appoints the judge in all the courts that work under the High Court. So the judges who all are appointed in the court, they are being appointed by the governor. So where we have High Court in Gujarat? We have High Court in Ahmedabad on SG Highway. 9. Inform the president about the functions of the state government. He also keep president updated about the functions, about the improvement, about the policies that is been taking place in his state. Now we will move to Chief Minister. Chief Minister is the head of the Council of Ministers. So all the ministers that are there in the state of health, education, water, agriculture, everyone's head is the Chief Minister. She is also called as CM. So CM is a short form of the Chief Minister, and it's a very important position of the state government. Functions of Chief Minister. Appointment of various portfolios. Portfolios means what? Different ministries. So what functions the Chief Minister do? He appoints the various portfolios to different ministers, that we can say ministries to different ministers for effective administration, and calling for meeting of council of minister at a regular interval. So he distributes the various ministries to various ministers for the effective administration of the state, effective working in the state, and he also calls a regular meeting with the different ministers, supervising the work of every minister and guiding them. So he supervises the work of every minister and he also gives them the guideline how to work. Informing the governor about the decisions taken by the Council of Ministers. So the Council of Ministers every time would take few decisions. So these decisions he also conveys to the governor. He keeps governor informing about everything that he and his ministries, Council of Ministry is doing. Forming of new Council of Ministers if necessary. Many a times it happens that during the tenure of 5 years, they required to reshuffle or to make a new council of ministry. New ministers need to be appointed. So in such cases he do that also. Now the work that is being divided, that is to be done, is divided into state and central government. So the work that we do at a state and at a national level is divided into two parts. In our previous chapter also in government we have studied that the work of the entire nation is been divided into many layers. So first is the state government, union government and the local government that we have studied in the past chapter. And the function and the powers of the state and central government are divided into three lists: state list, concurrent list and the union list. So what happens now when state works for the particular state, like Gujarat, the chief minister is working for Gujarat, prime minister is working for entire nation, that means that is a central level government, union level government. Gujarat, the chief minister is working for Gujarat, that means it's a state level government. But there are few work which is been done by state as well as with union government, that means that is been done by the prime minister also and chief minister also. So these type of work which falls in, which can be done by both the levels, such work is put into the concurrent list. So the union list is the kind of work that only a central government or union government is doing for the entire nation. State list means the kind of work in which is only subjected to the boundaries of the state and is done by the state only, comes under the state list. But concurrent list is a list in which state and union, state and center both comes together and do the work. Such work is known as concurrent list. So we'll see which are those works which fall under the union list, state list and the concurrent. So the subject that includes in this list are mentioned in the constitution in union list, state list and concurrent list. So the kind of work that union list do, that means the work that is done at a central level, are the subject handed over to the union government includes in the union list. There is a list of 97 subjects. So the work that is been done or the subjects that have been taken care for the effective administration of the entire country, those are 97 such subjects or such areas in which the union list work. So they have given some few examples: census, relationship with foreign countries, defense, finance and banking, elections, formation of law for citizen, railways, telegraph, post, insurance service, seas, railroads, air roads and routes, nuclear power, etc. All these areas are been included in the union list. In the state list, the subject related to state are enlisted in the state list. There are 66 of them. That means 66 areas in which the state has a power to work. The state government makes the law with the help of legislative assembly and executive of the cabinet, executes of the cabinet. This includes health, agriculture, forest, local self-government. So these are the areas in which they work. And concurrent list, in which the union and the state both government can form law for it. There are 47 such subjects. That means 47 such areas where union government and the state government both can work together. And those areas or those subjects are prevention of the crime, tax or revenue, divorce, literacy, industry, employment, electricity, etc. are included in this list. So these are the three lists through which the entire country, entire state work together, and for entire state and for entire country they to work together in an effective manner to have a highest level and good level of administrative work at both center and a state there are few subjects which few areas in which state and union together comes together and form the laws for the effective administration. So here we conclude our chapter administration of the state. Thank you.